Hola Farmsteaders!
Hola!
We are Mac.
And Jose.
We are Yooper Country Farms up here in the beautiful Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Yep.
We are a market farm, and today we are making a video we've been wanting to make for a long time. I think it's a very important video. Jose, what are we talking about today? Yes, cold, hard cash. We are going to share with you how much money we made in 2021, which was our first year farming.
Yep.
So let us give you a little bit of background. We bought this raw land at the end of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
It was mostly pasture, and then we had the house and the barn on here, but no farming had been done here.
Nothing.
So we were just starting with pasture land, and we had to turn that into beds. So last year we prepped and planted 40 100-foot by 30-inch beds,
Yep.
which is a standard market garden bed. 8 of those were inside of hoop houses, so we had a little bit of space inside. So that was where the bulk of our money was made, was on our garden, which was mixed vegetables. But Jose, where else did we make a little tiny bit of money last year? Eggs. And we made very little money on eggs. Why is that, Jose?
Because only 8 chickens.
We had 8 chickens and about 15 laying ducks. We didn't have a lot of laying birds, but we did sell eggs at the farmer's market, so that was a little bit of our income.
Yep.
Now, this is our full-time job.
It is full time.
Jose and I don't do anything else off farm. We have no paid help.
Nope.
It's just Jose and I. We have one free bit of labor that helps out at the farmer's markets.
Yep.
Yeah, my mom.
Just Mama. Thank you, Mama.
Thanks for helping out. We do appreciate it. So that way Jose can stay here and run the farm, and I can go and run the farmer's market, be relaxed, enjoy getting to know the customers. So that's how that operates. So it's just the two of us.
Yeah.
Right here. What you see, this is the farm. And these are the farmers. We had set some goals and before getting into the season last year, and I thought we would make about $12,000. I thought if we can make $12,000 our first year, we'll be doing all right. And then, of course, Jose, money comes into a farm, but what else happens?
Money's going on.
Yeah, I think setting up a farm is going to cost you money, and not just a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Jean-Martin Fortier that we follow says you can start a small farm for about $40,000. So that's what we budgeted for last year, was to spend $40,000. And we did pretty well right up until the end of the year when we made a big purchase decision, which we'll talk about. So we're going to share with you how much we made every month. And we're also going to talk about our expenses. We're not going to break it down completely because this video would be very long. But we are going to give you an overall sense of where we spent money in year number 1.
Okay.
So, spoiler alert, we did not make a living last year.
Uh-oh. But we are here.
But we're still here. We're still farming. We can do this. Jose, why don't you share with the good folks at home how much we made our first month farming?
A 0.
A big goose egg. We made $0 in January. 0. That's a sad number. And we spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
We spent $4,100 in January. What was the big expense in January?
Seed.
Yeah, we spent a lot of money on seeds.
Yeah.
We spent about $1,600 on seeds. And I'll tell you what, when we started a farm, I thought seeds would be very inexpensive. But it turns out, when you're planting for large production, you need a lot of seeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then some of the seeds, because they have, they've done all the research and they're expensive.
Yeah.
Some tomato seeds make me want to cry. Because you spend a lot of money on some tomato seeds.
Well, the company, they want to make sure that every single seed is...
Yeah, they want to make sure the seeds are producing for us as farms and that they're disease resistant. But it gets a little out of control.
Yeah.
So we spent a lot of money on seeds, a lot more money than I thought we would spend on seeds. Then we needed to heat the greenhouse. That cost us $1,000. But I'll tell you what, it did the job.
Yeah. Very good job.
So those were the two big expenses in January. We spent $1,100 on just some miscellaneous supplies. So we had to start buying seeding trays, all the seeders, a lot of different things we spent money on there. And then irrigation, we thought, oh, this is going to be easy. We spent $400 in January, not realizing we would spend a lot more money on irrigation.
Watering your garden is very important.
Yes. Yeah, and we thought it would be easy.
No.
It's not. Okay, so February, Jose, how much did we make?
I think it's another 0.
It wasn't. It was another big fat 0 in February. But the expenses came down a little bit. We only spent $1,700.
Okay.
But where did most of that money in February go, Jose?
Trees.
The trees. We spent a lot of money getting our orchard set up in February. We spent $1,000.
Yeah.
We got apple trees and peach trees and plum trees and cherry trees.
Yeah.
Because those things take a long time to grow, so you need to plant them early in your farming so that by years 3, 4, and 5,
you can see them.
You're harvesting and making money off those. But we won't make any money for a while. All right, then we also, because we know we needed more laying birds, 8 chickens and 15 ducks weren't going to cover it. Yeah, so we spent $350 on more laying birds. Feed was $100, and then we just spent a couple $100 on some more gardening supplies.
Yep.
March, Jose, break it to him gently. How much did we make?
Let me guess. Another 0?
$0. And the expenses start coming up a lot for the next few months because we're getting ready for the farmers markets and a lot of other things, and a lot of the infrastructure had to be built, greenhouses and fencing, our chicken and rabbit tractors. So there was a lot of money going out the door for March, April, and May. So March, $3,000. We spent another $150 on seeds. So any seeds we didn't buy in that first round, we bought in March. Feed for the animals, $60. Fencing, we spent $250 buying our posts.
Yeah.
And then our rabbit and chicken tractors and the start of the greenhouse cost us about $1,400. And then more garden supplies, $800. And we put electrical in our big barn because we needed to run heat lamps. So that cost us $300 to get the electrical put in there.
Wow.
Yeah. So we were spending some money. All right, Jose, how much in April? Don't scare them.
No. 0.
$0 again. And we spent $5,700 to make $0.
Yeah.
Yes. So our chicks started arriving in April. So to feed and get our chick starting supplies, $700. We bought our first round of compost for the gardens. That was $800. Propane, because we were heating the greenhouse now, $550 to keep that baby warm. And then fencing and other general supplies for building around the farm, $3,100. May, Jose, so exciting, we started making money.
Whoa, incoming.
Yeah, we had money coming in. We started going to the farmers markets. Both markets started towards the end of May. So we only had 2 markets in Marquette and then just one day in Munising. We made about $330. We were raking it in. Look at us new farmers making a lot of money. Whoa, yeah, whoa. And we spent more money in May to bring in $330 than any other month of the year. Until we bought our 2-wheel tractor. So we spent $7,500. So we were buying a lot of stuff for the farmers markets. Like we needed our tables, we needed a tent, we needed our signage, all of the bins to carry stuff to the farmers markets. The beautiful setup for the tables and tablecloths. So there was just a lot of money went into buying stuff for the farmers markets. Let's see, that probably cost us around, we spent $4,500, but that was finishing out the fencing. Because we finished the fencing in May. That was stuff for the farmers markets. It was the blocks and tables for the greenhouse. We spent about $350 to keep that greenhouse warm. Compost, another $600. Fencing, we bought all of the metal fencing and then the fence puller. Which that fence puller cost us about $500. But total, we spent $1,400 on fencing. Livestock, we started buying our meat birds. That cost us $150. And then feed for all those darn animals, $200.
Wow.
So,
A lot of money.
but then the good news is the income started coming up in June. Jose, how much did we make in June, you think?
I guess about 2,000, 3,000?
2,000. Very good guess. We made $1,950 in June, but we spent $4,700 to get there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. Insurance was a big expense in June. We spent $1,200. Another $100 on meat birds.
Yep.
Yep. Feed and supplies for those birds, $900. Yeah, we were starting to spend about $600 a month in feed.
Yeah.
For the rest of the year. Irrigation, because we realized $400 in irrigation was not going to cut it for our 40 beds, so we spent an additional $1,500.
Yeah.
It was worth every penny of it because we needed the drip irrigation.
Yeah.
And then another $1,000 on some random supplies. We were still buying stuff for the farmers markets because as we started getting involved, I was like, we don't have enough totes.
Yeah.
We don't have enough coolers. So we spent a lot more money on the farmers market.
Yeah.
Okay, so July, Jose, the first month we made more money than we spent.
Oh,
I know.
that
Knuckles,
is.
knuckles. So in July, we made $3,930, and we only spent $3,700.
Wow.
So
good.
goodbye money that we made. The big expense in July, though, July would not have been a very expensive month, except for we prepaid for our propane in the greenhouse for the following spring. That cost us $2,300.
Yeah.
But the good news is, as we start the season this year, we don't have to lay out that expense. It's already been laid out because we're going to need every cent of that $2,000.
Yeah.
We are going to warm up the greenhouse about 2 to 3 weeks earlier than we did last year. So we bought our laying ducks. So we bought $300 in laying ducks. The feed was $600, and then general supplies $400. But August, our biggest sales month of the year, it was very exciting. We made $4,751, and we spent $3,900.
Huh.
Well, I think in August what we started learning was that we needed more space and a better setup for cleaning vegetables.
Yeah.
Because when you're bringing vegetables in from the farm and getting them cleaned, you need a lot of space, and you need to be making sure that those vegetables get cleaned.
Yeah.
So we spent about $2,300 to get our cleaning area set up. We bought some nice metal tables.
Yep.
We bought some more bins for Jose to be cleaning outside because we found it was a lot easier to clean the root vegetables outside.
Outside and not inside.
Yeah, than bringing them in. The other big expense in August was garlic.
Yeah.
Garlic seed is very expensive. To plant 3 beds, we spent $800. This year, the good news is we'll have grown our own, so hopefully we won't have to buy as much unless we want new varieties. Feed was $400 for the animals because we had started butchering off some of the birds. And then compost, another $200. September, our sales were still pretty good.
Yep.
$2,964 in September, and we only spent $700. Most of that $700 went to feed. Yep. So the good news is our spending had really slowed. It kind of felt like in the beginning of the year that every time I turned around there was another expense. And really after mid-year we relaxed, and it was nice to actually feel like we could make this work.
Yeah.
In October, we're making good money. We still had one farmer's market going in Marquette, and we made $2,200.
Yeah, good.
And we only spent $600. And the only money we spent in October was on feed.
Yeah.
I feel like all I do is go to the feed store sometimes.
Somebody's happy.
Yeah, the feed store's happy, and the birds are happy, but not the checkbook. So November, the sales,
What?
all gone. Completely disappeared, down to zero again.
Yeah.
And we spent more money in November than we spent in any other month of the year. Why is that?
Because we got two-wheel tractor.
Our two-wheeled tractor. After running a first season without it, we realized we really needed it. But then we realized that they are it is back ordered. If you want a two-wheel tractor, you better get on it because you're probably not going to get it before the season this year. So we are looking at, hopefully we will get our two-wheel tractor in March or April before the season gets going.
Yeah.
And we ordered it in November of last year.
Hopefully it's here.
Yeah. So you're looking at 4 to 5 months to get your two-wheel tractor at this point. That was our big expense. We spent $550 on feed and another $300 on some random supplies for the farm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, our last month, Jose, we made about $200 in eggs.
Oh, yeah.
Because what we realized is our chickens have laid all winter long.
Yeah.
And so in November, we really didn't worry about selling eggs. But then we started saying to people, hey, we got eggs.
Yep.
And so we're doing a pretty good egg business.
Yeah, thank you.
I wouldn't say we're making a living.
But
yeah. But what was our big expense? We did spend $3,100 in December, Jose, and why is that?
we need more seed.
Yeah, we had trouble getting seeds the year before, so we had made a decision to do our garden plan early and get our seeds ordered early. So $2,400 was in our seeds for this coming year. And then in additional supplies, $200, and feed for the animals, $400.
Yeah.
So Jose, that was our first season.
So what do you think? It's good, huh?
Well, okay, so we had said at the beginning of the year that we wanted to make $12,000. If we could hit $12,000, we knew that farming was going to be a viable plan for us. I'm not saying $12,000 will make a living, but I think for our first year, that was our sales goal.
Yep.
So we actually made about $16,500. So I wouldn't say we blew it out of the water, but we did sell more than I thought we were going to sell.
Yeah, to be first years, it was good.
Yes. And our expenses were right around $50,000.
Yeah.
We had budgeted $40,000, so we knew we were going to spend a lot of money. And then at the end of the year, we threw in that two-wheel tractor, which took our budget way beyond where we thought it would be. The good news is, though, we were going to budget it in this year, and so now we don't need to budget it in for what we're going to spend this year. So yeah, we spent $50,000 to make $16,500. I don't see where that makes sense. But anytime you're starting a business,
that is what it is, yeah.
It's going to cost you money. You're going to have to put the money out there.
Yeah.
And I feel like working full time, we're going to be able to make this work. Our goal this year is to double sales from last year, so make right around $30,000. Yeah. I feel like our expenses will be between $20,000 and $30,000. We'll show you our budget coming up. It just depends. If we can hit that $30,000 mark this year, we are going to buy 2 more hoop houses.
Yeah. Because
I feel like we need to have more hoop house space. But if we can't hit that number, we're going to cut back our expenses a little bit. Now remember, we are not yet making enough to cover our personal expenses.
Not yet.
And we are obviously not making enough to cover the business expenses.
Yeah.
But I feel like we are on track to, by year number 3, to cover our personal expenses and to cover the farm expenses.
Yeah.
We won't be making a ton of money or a big living, but I feel like we're going to be making the farm thing work for us. And this is how we want to spend our time. We love it.
We love it.
We absolutely love it. Okay, Jose, anything else for the video?
Thank you for your support.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. To be totally honest with you, it is mid-February right now, and we have made more money by mid-February than we made in our first 6 months of last year. So I feel like we are on track to do really good business this year. We have started selling CSAs, and they have been doing really well. Our goal is to sell 10 CSAs this year, and we are well on track to get that done. We probably are going to overshoot that number.
Yeah.
We don't want to get out of control because I still feel like we're getting our feet under us. But yeah, I think we did a great
That's very good job.
We're doing a great job. So anyway, If you are a small farmer or you're just getting started, we really hope you'll subscribe to our channel because I think small farmers supporting each other is really important.
Yeah.
And we want you to see our difficulties, our struggles, and then the things that we're really having success at.
Yep.
Okay, so subscribe to our channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it valuable or enjoyed it. Again, we are Mac.
And Jose.
And this is Yooper Country Farm.
Thank you. Support local farmer.